Good morning. Welcome to EduSet Network. Friend, as you know, this week we have organized a series of lectures on different topics, but the first two topics we will have a discussion on integrated marketing communication campaign. And today we are going to discuss direct marketing and self-promotion. And for discussion on this very topic, we have in a studio senior academician, Professor Ravi Shankar. He has experience of about 30 years, 3-decade experience, and known name in the field of management education, and has served various organizations like MDI Gurgaon, School of Management Studies, IGNO, Indian Institute of Mass Communication, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. Presently, he is a senior faculty in the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. And Professor Ravi Shankar has authored many books. The two books are very important. One is the services marketing, the other is managing distribution. The first book, the services marketing, talks about the various perspective on, and which is considered the best book on the services marketing, a very short book in the management, among the management students. So I think his knowledge and experience will help us to understand this topic. And Professor Ravi Shankar has also been a member of different academic council and board of studies of different institutions like School of Management Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University, All India Management Association, Indian Institute of Material Management, and Terry University, and he has been also visiting faculty in a different university of the world across, like Al-Ghar University, Dubai Institute of Finance Management, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and several other universities. He has a lot of experience and also published a number of research paper and a number of articles in different national and international journals. So I think his knowledge will help us and guide us to understand how to take up this direct marketing and self-promotion. So on your behalf, I welcome him for the EduSet lecture on this very topic. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Singh, and very good morning to everybody. This is a third lecture in the series. Earlier we discussed some of the issues in terms of integrated marketing communication and the campaign planning. And today what we propose to do is that we will look at some of the elements one by one. And maybe today and tomorrow we will complete these elements in some detail. If you recall, when I was talking to you about integrated marketing communication, I mentioned to you that there are various tools of communication. You don't communicate only through advertising. Many times you use, public relations for reaching out to the people. At times you use hoardings. At times you use direct mailer. Large number of products, for a large number of products, market is not concentrated. For example, for soap, it is distributed evenly all over the country. So everybody will buy a toilet soap. So for those kind of products, mass media advertising is a very suitable kind of technique to reach out to the people. But for some of the products where market is scattered and there are not many people in every geographical area. So in those markets, in that kind of a marketing situation, the suggestion here is that advertising may really go waste because the total number of customers might be very, very small, very, very limited. In that kind of situation, direct marketing is very strongly recommended. The second aspect of direct marketing is that today databases are available. Each one of us are members of certain societies, certain groups, certain religious group, some professional body, maybe by religion. So we are in different groups we interact, and even the place of stay. For example, my name will be available in the faculty members of the institute where I work for. My name will be available in the resident directory of the place where I stay. And my name might be available on certain websites which talk about maybe marketing teachers in India and so on. So today, and the databases are available. And companies use the databases to reach out to the people. There was a time when database was just not available. So the biggest task of direct marketing was to get the lead about the customers. Where is the customer? How to approach that customer? Some of you, or ask your parents, they will tell you that long ago, Reader Digest was advertising or promoting like that. If somebody is buying Reader Digest or subscribing Reader Digest, so that person used to get a letter from Reader Digest as a company that in case you have any friend or relative who might be interested in this kind of a publication, please send the details of this person to us. So Reader Digest had a scheme of, if you give 12 addresses, we will give you something free, maybe 20% discount on some book or some new subscription, etc. So because of that incentive, people have been giving those information. And the company was generating a database about the prospective customers. So if my name is given by somebody to the company will write to me whether I will be interested in buying Reader Digest at a discount for a year. And if I'm not happy with the first issue, I can return it and I can take my money back. Now this was the scheme which was followed, and in fact this is a classic example of success of direct marketing program. I think Reader Digest increased their total base only through direct marketing. I think there can't be a better example than Reader Digest. And many companies really thought it's worth their while to think about generating database, reaching out to the people directly, identifying their needs and addressing those needs by one-to-one kind of a communication, and getting higher sales through that mechanism, rather than giving advertisements in the mass media, and majority of the people may see it but may not act and buy the product. So friends, this particular discipline has become a very strong discipline today. Number one, because of the databases, and number two, the so-called social media that today people they are available on Facebook, on WhatsApp, or many other such social media, and they are a part of a group, so they interact with each other. And that has given rise to this growth in this area called direct marketing. Just a thought that a particular advertisement which you see on television, it really costs a company quite a lot. And one advertisement really cannot do wonders. Similarly, an advertisement in the newspaper also costs you a lot. In case you have lost your degree certificates and you want to just give a small advertisement, classified advertisement on classified pages, it might even a small advertisement of not 1.5 centimeter long and one column only, that might even cost you 700, 600 rupees. Now that is the cost of advertising. For that little space you are paying so much of money. And imagine that you are buying half a page or full page advertisement in one newspaper only. It costs you a lot. And from where this money will come? So ultimately the companies have to think in terms of cost optimization, look at their advertising or communication cost, and can they recover that cost by increased sales. So these are some of the major issues. For example, outdoor. In Delhi, in the city of Delhi, outdoor is very expensive. And because the way the traffic is, people don't travel long distances anymore. I remember the city of Delhi, over the last 3 decades, I have seen the way it got transformed. In the city of Delhi, we had only 2 kinds of cars, Ambassador and Fiat. We had scooters, only two brands of scooters, Bajaj and Lambretta. And we had 3 brands of motorcycles, which was Bullet and SD, which is no longer there, and Rajdut motorcycle. So these were the vehicles we had. The city was absolutely congestionless. Today, the way the city is, my God, within my own colony, if I have to go, it takes me 40 minutes. The traffic is so much during the peak hours. And that is why I'm mentioning it, that if you think of putting outdoor, that outdoor in a particular area will communicate with very small number of people, because if people in the very small number, they move into that area, and from the far distance area, people don't come all the way. So this is where we find that the outdoor costs are also increasing phenomenally, and also there could be legal problems on outdoor. And that is why we find that, as I mentioned in my earlier class also, variety of media options are used and methods are used. Integrated marketing communication means that you have so many tools available, and you have to decide which tool you will use to reach out to the customer. In the lighter vein, we always say that to kill an elephant, you have to use a cannon or a bomb, and but to kill a fly, if you use a bomb, it's all goes waste, and it may not even hit the fly. So to kill a fly, you have to use the fly net. And if you want to kill the elephant with the help of fly net, then you will keep roaming around the elephant, and still the elephant will not die. So you are wasting your time and money, and this is a very simple example where I would like to emphasize on that you have to pick up the right tool to achieve the marketing communication objectives. And this is where the choice, you need to know what are the choices. So in today's class and hopefully tomorrow's class, we will talk about the choices which are available to the communicator for achieving marketing communication objectives. And to begin with, I will talk about the direct marketing as one of the very important tools of communication, direct marketing. Now, this is a letter which I got very long ago in my letterbox, and we may laugh at it, but I'm just taking it an example. What is it? Now, this is a postcard which came in my letterbox, which says, "Dear sir, if you have a marriageable boy or girl in your family, please contact us. As per your convenience, we will help you out in as far as this is concerned." So the address of this gentleman is given, and it says very clearly, it is in Hindi, so I have translated for you. After the greetings, they say that in case you have any boy or girl of a marriageable age, please send us the details of this young gentleman or a lady, and we will talk to you about it. I'm just taking an example. What is it? Now, this is not direct marketing. This is not direct marketing. This is only what I call direct mail. Now, I would request the studios to keep this table on, because when we talk of direct marketing, firstly, let us decide if there is a coin, on one side of the coin it is written direct marketing, there must be other side of the coin where it is written indirect marketing. So let us develop clarity on what is the meaning of indirect marketing. The meaning of indirect marketing is that you as a company, you don't go directly to the customer, you go through somebody. For example, if I have to buy a car, I go to a dealer. The name of the dealer is Harpreet Ford. Now, Harpreet is a dealer of Ford Motors. Mr. Harpreet is a businessman, and he has some understanding with the Ford Motors. And the Ford Motors says that we give you so much of quota to sell every month or every week. So Mr. Harpreet, who is a businessman, he is interested in rotating his own money and getting a commission by selling each vehicle. So this is called indirect marketing, and many companies find it very difficult to reach out to the customers. This is a fact of life. I mean, if you go to a medicine shop, easily you will find medicines of 1,000 manufacturers available at one big medicine shop. Now, these 1,000 manufacturers cannot reach out to you directly. So they have to go to some wholesaler, through the wholesaler, maybe to a shop, a pharmacy shop in your colony. So you go to the pharmacy shop in your colony and from where you buy the medicine. So this is what we call indirect marketing. Most companies find it economical to reach out to the customers through partners, through intermediaries. And there are sectors where competition has grown so much that you have no choice but to locate partners to reach out to the people. That's called indirect marketing. There is a pathological lab in the city of Delhi called Dr. Lal's lab. 3 decades ago, Dr. Lal lab was located only on Hanuman Road in the Connaught Place area. If you have to undergo some tests, you have to go all the way down to that lab. Today, the way the competition is, Dr. Lal's lab has understood the business and they have grown over time. Today, they are just a telephone number away. You make a phone call, somebody will come to your house at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever time you tell, and they will take your blood sample from your house. And what they have done, they have reached out to a local doctor, a local clinic, and from the local clinic some person comes to collect the sample, and they take the sample and keep it in the refrigerator, and from there in an ice box it is picked up and it goes to the main lab for analysis. So many companies, the long and short of my discussion is that for many companies it is not possible to reach out to the customers directly, and therefore they reach out indirectly, that is wholesaler, retailer, shopkeepers, traders, whatever you call them, they are there. But many companies, they go directly to the customers. Now if we go back to the slide again, which says direct marketing. Now direct marketing has, when you look at further, it's of 2 types, which is direct selling or direct response advertising. What is direct selling? Direct selling is a Eureka Forbes company. Their salesman comes to my house to sell the vacuum cleaner or water purifier. That's called direct selling. The man's come with the machine and he gives a demonstration in my house. If I like it, if I'm impressed, I pay the check and he brings a new machine and delivers me the same evening or next day. This is called direct selling. That directly the company sells to the customer. But for many companies, it is not possible to have such a huge, big field sales force. Managing a field sales force is a big task. So what they do, they use direct response advertising. And this is what we call that. If you go back to the slide again, then we will see that direct response advertising can be of further types. We call it direct mail or any other media. That advertisement comes in any other media. Now what you saw as a postcard is a direct mailer. So many letters you get in your mailbox, like all kinds of letters, greetings. Even a nearby shopkeeper will send you Christmas greetings and say 50% off on Christmas. So you buy between 23rd and 26th. We give you 50% discount on woolen clothes and whatever. So this is what simply we call it a direct mailer. Even this postcard which you saw is nothing but a direct mailer. It is not a direct marketing. So how the direct marketing is done? Either through direct mailer or through other media like newspaper or television. Teleshopping network. On the television, you see that teleshopping network. They advertise a lot of products on television. They tell you the price of it. They tell you the code for that product. They demonstrate how the product is used. It could be a kitchen chopper, or a blender, or a mixer, or a grinder, or it could be a small portable sewing machine. It could be a vacuum cleaner. It could any of those things. So they demonstrate the product on the television. They show you its features, and they tell you the price and the code, and they tell you this is the number, this is where you send the money or check, and then the courier charges will be separate, and in a week's time or 15 days time, the delivery will be made to you. So this is called, this is direct marketing through the television medium. And the teleshopping network and these kind of programs on television, they aim to reach out to you in that fashion. On the other hand, there could be other medium, for example, press. Ganesh Chaturthi, before Ganesh Chaturthi, we had seen, or before Durga Puja or Navaratras, we find that Music Today or Music India, these companies, they give advertisement in the newspaper and they say that first class, top class, very devotional songs recorded by Suresh Wadekar or Hariharan or any of those big singers are now available for Ganesh Chaturthi or on Durga Stuti and so on. So these are all called press advertisement. If you want to buy the CD, this is the price. If you want to buy the cassette, this is the price. So you pay to Music India and so on. And even they keep advertising for classical music sung by the maestros or the great artists who play those classical instruments, Indian classical instruments, and the Indian classical music on Indian classical instruments. So the admirers of that music are very, very scattered, and maybe 1 in 1,000 may like to buy. But popular film song is a mass market. And we have seen that popular songs, they become, everybody sings. If you are traveling in a bus, in the bus, the same music is being played. If you are at a restaurant, again that restaurant, the same music is being played. If you are at a barber shop, even at the barber shop, the same music is being played. If there is a wedding, even in the wedding, the same music is being played. So that's a popular song. Indians love music, and the film music is something which every Indian is crazy about. And it's a mass market. For example, a particular song very recently became very, very popular of Chennai Express, and people have been singing all over. And this is what I call the market is all over the place, and it is not concentrated to a specific area. So if the market is scattered, 1 in 1,000 will buy it, then the direct marketing tools are very good methods to reach out to such people. So there are some of the direct concepts in marketing, and we call first let us be very clear about what is direct response advertising. Direct response advertising involves the use of any of the several media to transmit message that encourage buyers to purchase directly from the advertisers. So this is called direct response advertising, and advertising which aims to create a response. We have discussed earlier also the difference between communication and marketing communication. Communication means understanding, but marketing communication means generating a response that consumers not only understand the goodness of your product, but they get excited to an extent they purchase it. So there is a response which is there from the customer. In fact, in this SMR, sender message receiver theory of communication, gets renamed in marketing communication. It still remains sender message receiver, but it is called stimulus response theory, that you must decide what response you want to generate, and accordingly you pick up the stimuli. That what kind of stimuli you will give so that you generate the right kind of response. So this is in marketing communication. We all say that SMR, concept of communication takes a very different kind of position, and far more clearer position, which is stimulus response model, which is first decide the response, what response you want to generate, and accordingly you identify the stimuli. Then we look at what is direct mail. It is the most important direct advertising media. That leaflets, pamphlets, all kind of things, they come to your letterbox, and today emails, SMS, they are all kind of direct communications. The other medium for direct response advertising are TV, magazine, SMS, mobile phones, even direct mails. My mailbox, I always keep getting emails from some of the banks, some of the real estate agents for property, and many others, emails. And every day we keep getting half a dozen emails from, or SMS messages from banks, from credit card companies for loan, personal loan, property loan, this, that, and the other. So direct marketing, let us define what is direct marketing. I've been talking for the last 25 minutes or so, but I have not given you the definition and scope of direct marketing. So it's a good time to have a definition. The total of activities by which products or services are offered to market segments by way of one or more media to solicit a direct response from a present or prospective customer. So these are activities by which products or services are offered to the market segments by way of one or more media to create a response. And that is where I was emphasizing, before coming to the definition also, I was emphasizing that response is very important. It must result into some kind of a response, which is normally when you go for advertising or any marketing effort, response is that obviously you are aiming at sales. If the sales pick up, you are doing better. If the sales go down, then you are not doing better. Many a times the market gets saturated with the products, and whatever you may do, it doesn't create a response. And therefore you have to withdraw the product from the market. At times it does happen. Even in today's economic times, there is a small news item which talks about Honda as a company. They have decided to withdraw the 8th version of Honda Accord from the Indian market. The car is priced about 20 lakh, more than 20 lakh, and they are not getting good sales of this car. Though they keep updating the car, and it's one of the, they say that it's one of the best cars available. But the problem is that the total sales of that car is so limited that Honda says it's better to concentrate in low price, high volume cars like Amaze, and and Amaze is doing very well for them, or Honda City. So this is what Honda, this small news item which I read in Economic Times today, that is the market is getting saturated with that, and a particular company's product is not doing. Now, in that kind of a scenario, what really happens, many people think that they can create the market through advertising. Perhaps they are wrong. The market has changed. The Indian market is now moving in the direction of, four-wheel drive. People are looking at a four-wheel drive vehicle between 7 to 10 lakh. Now that market is growing in the Indian market. The trendsetter was Scorpio. Maybe 13 years ago when Scorpio was launched, and a four-wheel drive, and that became a trendsetter. And many other companies today, we find that Duster and many other, Renault Duster and many other companies are now launching four-wheel drive between 7 to 10 lakh kind of a price bracket. So the market changes over a period of time, and what you need to do as a smart marketing person to keep the pulse of the market. What is happening in the marketplace? Where the market is moving? Where the market is shifting? What are the trends in the market? Can you keep pace with the trends in the market? And this is what we always say, good companies are those companies which are trendsetters, which keep the pulse of the market, and they call it market-driven companies. Now, market-driven companies are good companies, very good companies. And Philip Kotler has even added one line which says that market-driving companies are great companies. So Apple, for that matter, Apple as a company, it's a market-driving company. They launch products which nobody could think of that the market would require, and they launch those products ahead of everybody. And the pricing strategy is skimming the cream, and they launch products at such a high price, and they make their money there. So now this is what, it's not me who is saying it, it is Philip Kotler, the marketing guru, has said that good companies are those companies which are market driven, but the great companies are those companies which are market driving. And it is in that context which I just digressed for a while, but let me come back and say that a response is very important. The customer response is very important. That whatever you do, it must result into sales and get a positive response. In fact, direct marketing is not specifically used to build an image, atmosphere, or position of a product. Instead, direct marketing uses image, atmosphere, and position as a tool for generating a response. So again, I'm emphasizing sales, that you already have a good product, you have a good brand, and the brand has an image. Now you reach out to the people and get the sales. And this is where it further says direct marketing is an interactive system of marketing which uses one or more advertising media to effect a measurable response and or transaction at any location. So it is actually aims at creating a response. If I look at further, direct marketing involves interactive marketing from that previous definition or description. If I fragment it, I get those 4 characteristics of direct marketing. It involves interactive marketing. It is not restricted to a single medium, so you use multiple medium. Direct marketing allows greater measurability of response, that whatever you do, you can measure it, and direct marketing takes place at a variety of locations simultaneously. The profitability of any program is maximized with each medium can be effectively used to the fullest extent. So it says that if you have to have success in the direct marketing program, you should actually look at each of the medium so carefully, so much in detail, that it should synergize and give you a great result. I would like to give you an example here, which one of the apparel company used. There is a company in the city of Delhi called Snow White, and they use that scheme very, very effectively. And what they did, they created a database by going to specific schools of Delhi, largely the public schools, and from the public schools they got the data. I must at this stage just give a sort of an introduction that the schools in the city of Delhi can be put under 4 or 5 categories. The first category of schools are, we call them the international schools or the world schools. So they have air-conditioned buses, air-conditioned classrooms and everything. So this is one which is the, very expensive. The fee is high. The second category of schools are public schools, which are again for the the fee is relatively higher, but then the public school has a focus on overall development of a child. They have the facilities and they charge for those facilities, but nevertheless they don't overdo that. Then there is a third category. We call this category, we call them Kendriya Vidyalaya. Now the Kendriya Vidyalayas are the focus is on education, and the fourth could be schools which are run by the Delhi government, MCD schools or the Delhi government schools, which is from the government funded schools. And somewhere we do have, parallel to the public school, we have Army school and the Air Force school and Bal Bharati school. So typically they are again in that category. And there are some missionary schools with like St. Columbus and so on. So they fall under a similar kind of public school kind of level. Now, what I was trying to emphasize is that this particular company picked up data from the schools and got the data about the children who got admitted in the nursery or the first standard of that year. So every school they get about 100 students, 100 new students, roughly 100 new students every year, unless you are a very big school. So they got the parents' address, they got the date of birth of the child. And 1 month or 3 weeks before the birthday, they sent a letter to those parents, and particularly to the mothers. And the letter read, "Dear Mrs. So-and-so, we at Snow White wishes your dear son or daughter," and name of the child was they mentioned because they had the data. So we at Snow White wishes your son so-and-so a very happy birthday. As a gift from our side, we extend a 25% discount on any party wear you buy for your child from any of our stores mentioned over leaf. To avail this gift, you need to produce this letter at the time of billing. We wish a very happy birthday to dear, again name of the child was given, yours sincerely, marketing director, etc. I had seen that letter. It was a simple dot matrix printout. And it created phenomenal response because parents, they wanted new dress for the child. All of us, we know that the children grow so much, so fast. When you buy something for summers, during summertime, by the time the winter comes, it doesn't fit in. And the children, they grow so much, so fast. And it is in that context, parents, for the birthday of their child, they would like to buy only a month in advance or 3 weeks in advance. And that letter was a wonderful and very successful direct marketing program because the results they could measure. That for 23rd of December, if they have sent out 93 letters, they can count that how many people came and bought, party wear for the children, party dress for the child from their store. So that is what I was just saying in terms of measurability, that you can really measure it. That you issued 93 letters and 33 people came, you had 1/3, very successful, highly successful communication. So this is what I wanted to emphasize, that it's a measurable. And let's go back to the slide where I have written that the profitability of any program is maximized when each medium can be effectively used to the fullest extent. And therefore, these are the 4 or 5 or 6 characteristics of any direct marketing program. It is efficient, it is targeted, it is personalized, it can be impactful. Efficiency, that ability to determine the result. Like you issued 93 letters and 33 people bought, you know what is the results of that. Targeting, a highly selective effort that parents of those parents whose children are studying in public school, they would definitely like to spend money. They might even host a birthday party for the child, and get 20, 30 friends of their child joining in the evening for a party. So targeting and minimum waste on unlikely prospects. Like advertising is a waste, many people say advertising is a wasteful expenditure because 1 in 1,000 will buy the product. Personalized, that the communication can be personalized. The way in particular household that letter had gone, the dear Mrs. So-and-so, so the address to the lady, the name of the child was mentioned, and it came 3 weeks before the birthday of the child, where the parents were thinking of that what dress their child will wear at the time of their birthday. Impactful. So therefore, it is impactful. Also, you can expand the market by overcoming physical limitations which retail or face-to-face communication may have, and it can create an immediate response. I will come to point 5 little later. Give me after 5 minutes. I have some examples there that you can expand the market through the direct marketing program, and it could create an immediate action, that a reminder, supplement, and the result. So let me come to the example. What is the example here is many years ago, a company called Tribhuvan Das Bhimji Zaveri, which is the jewelers. They have one showroom in Delhi, another showroom in Bombay. And they thought that gift market, Diwali gift market, has changed significantly. When we were small children, Diwali gifting was sweets, mithai, laddu, barfi, and then the gift segment undergone a change to biscuits, cookies, and from cookies to dry fruit. And from dry fruit now everything, anything, people even give as Diwali gift, they offer, all kinds of gifts. It's a huge market. In Delhi itself, it's a 150 crore gift market, Diwali gifting itself. And on a national scale, gifting is a huge market in India. So they thought that our two shops, which we have, one in Bombay, other in Delhi, the starting jewelry price might be 50,000 to a lakh. So many people don't go to these jewelry shops of Tribhuvan Das Bhimji Zaveri, and they thought that this gift market has grown, and people would like to buy gifts, and the people have started buying even gold or gold jewelry during before Diwali. This is called Dhanteras, and also after Diwali, which is Bhaiya Dooj, that you have a sister, you would like to buy a small gift item for your sister when she visits you. So they, if you look at the photograph once again, on the top you will see the diya, so it is Diwali, and they came out with the jewelry items, a lot of jewelry items. So they came out with a small booklet, and that booklet was sent to all the subscribers of Citibank card. So they got the database of all the Citibank card holders. And if you see that that the color representation and the size representation was exactly the same. If there was an emerald, so the emerald was looking like an emerald. If there was a red ruby, ruby was looking like a ruby. If there was an ear top, which was 1 centimeter in length, it was exactly 1 centimeter in print. So very high quality of color representation. And the jewelry items were costing 1,500 rupees, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. So though it is an old catalog, in fact the lowest item was for about 900 rupees or so, and they got immense response to it. And that is where I say that when I talk about direct marketing, if I look at the slide, the point 5, where I wanted to give this example, that you can expand the market. You are moving from jewelry to a gift, gift item. Though it's a jewelry item, but it's a gift item. People don't go to the jewelry shop to buy jewelry for themselves, but it is basically for the gift. And now let's look at how to operationalize the direct marketing program. The direct marketing program there are 4 steps. The first step is product strategy. That is there a market for our type of products, how to position it, what benefit to offer, and how to motivate people. So that is first, we call it on what products you will have the direct marketing program. Actually, Eureka Forbes, whatever they sell door to door, now those machines are not available at stores, at shops. So they have a separate products for the retail, and they have a separate product for the direct marketing. So they have decided that these items will be sold door to door through the direct selling, and not every item will be sold through the direct selling. So some items are sold through the direct marketing program, and other items are sold through the retail channel, and so on. Then there is a step 2. The step 2 is offer strategy. Offer strategy can be of 1 step or 2 step. If you know the name and address of somebody, then you just need 1 step approach. But if you don't know who is the person, then you have to have the first step, and the first step is called lead generation. And from lead generation, then you go for the second step, which is conversion. So 2-step approach is lead generation, that you send the way Reader Digest was doing. To the existing subscribers of the Reader Digest, they were sending out letters and telling them, if you have friends who would like to buy the Reader Digest, you give us their names and contact details, we will give you a small gift. So that is how you were generating a lead about a person. And then once you got the lead, you were sending out letters to them. And in fact, Reader Digest had a policy that they will send out 3 letters, one after the other. And if there is a response, fine. If there is no response, they will delete that name or drop that name from the list. The third step is creative strategy. The creative strategy is actually the art and science of developing the message and the innovations which you do in developing the message. I have shown you a catalog of a jewelry shop, and it's very innovatively done, where the colors which they used are absolutely realistic, and the realism in colors was very, very high, and even the size, that it is to the size, so that you know that when you see the item in the catalog, it looks as if you are seeing it in reality. And based on the descriptions and the realism inherent in the visual, you take a decision whether to buy or not to buy. And fourth stage is the media strategy, that what media vehicle which you will use, the most suitable media you will use. For example, for the Snow White as a company, they thought just send a dot matrix printout letter to different people, and here in this case they used a very innovatively created catalog which they send to the people. So the most suitable media, the media strategy, then media mix, then message, so it could be press, ad, or television or radio or any other, or even outdoor, you use it. I have an example of a conference, of a diagnostic conference, where it just had 5 pages, and 5 pages sequentially arranged one after the other. You talk about the registration form. If you want to buy a stall for a conference, the stall, and the theme of the sessions, each one of them have been. So it is a medical conference for each of there is 5-6 sheets which were very categorically, carefully arranged, and that's called media strategy, how effectively you can use the media or the media vehicle. So friends, and I have used most of the time to explain to you direct marketing as a very important tool of marketing communication. If I just give you a very quick review what I have said, I try to take you through an understanding that when you talk about direct marketing, actually you should look at indirect marketing versus direct marketing. And when you look at direct marketing, then we look at direct marketing in terms of what could be the method. One is direct selling, that a salesman comes to you and sell the product. In large number of companies, it may not be possible to carry the product and go to the person's door. So you use direct response advertising, and direct response advertising can be through direct mailer or any other medium like television, press, or any other method. The four stages of direct marketing program are that you look at the product strategy, then the offer strategy, the creative strategy, and the media strategy. But nevertheless, don't forget that your objective is to create a response. It must create a response. Only then your direct marketing program will be successful. If it doesn't create a response, it may not be that successful. I just have 4 or 5 minutes to go, so maybe if there are questions, I can take the questions.
Okay, one thing, because people, when we start, think of whether should we go with the direct marketing or the indirect marketing, there are various kind of dilemma they face. So how to overcome that dilemma? That is the first step one need to do.
Obviously, a small company has to look at direct marketing as a very important tool to reach out to people. Reason being, it doesn't cost you much. A direct marketing program requires efforts and doesn't require more money. For example, a small shop, not a small, but yes, Snow White is as a company, they have a shop in Connaught Place, and earlier they had it in South Extension also. So maybe one in North Delhi also they have a place. So I will call it a medium size, if not small. Now for a medium sized company, perhaps it doesn't make sense to come out with the advertisements. And the newspaper flyers, the leaflets which you put as inserts, newspaper inserts may not really do great, because these inserts are low credibility medium. Every day when you get the newspaper, you get half a dozen inserts. Some is pink in color, other is yellow in color, third is light green in color. Normally what we do is we look at it and we throw them away. So they are low credibility medium. Those inserts are low credibility medium. So how do you make it high credibility? Because you personalize it. So once you personalize, it becomes high credibility. It is addressed to you by name. And I really like that experience of Snow White. In fact, it was written by name. It was written, Dear Mrs. Khanna or Mrs. Chopra or Mrs. Sharma. We at Snow White joins you in celebrating the birthday of your dear son, Saurabh. We extend, as a token of our gift, we extend 25% discount on any of the party wear which you buy from any of our stores mentioned overleaf. So 3-4 shops ke naam were printed at the back. To avail this discount, you need to produce this letter at the time of billing. We wish dear Saurabh a very happy birthday. Highly personalized. The credibility of that was very high. 25% discount is a big discount. And they were able to reach out to a very large number of people. And obviously, if that lady is visiting with her husband, she will also buy something from Snow White for herself, and the gentleman may also buy it for himself from Snow White. So just for one item you are giving 25% discount, but you made the family visiting the store and creating more sales. And this is what I call a brilliant thought. So a medium-sized company can really think of using direct marketing far more effectively to reach out to the people. In fact, that's what property dealers do. They have a database, so they send an SMS, they make a phone call, rather than advertising in the newspapers. I mean, a real estate agent cannot afford to advertise, but they reach out to the people through direct mailer, direct communications, through SMS, through emails, through letters, and that is how it is that it is far more cost-effective method. Only thing is that you have to generate database.
Okay, so given the fact between offer and the credible medium of advertisement, suppose the offer is the high, so in that case one can think of this kind of insert medium or the other low credible medium or not. It always backfires.
No, it doesn't backfire. It may not give you results. I was emphasizing that it must create a response.
Okay.
Response is very important. Whatever you do, it must create a response, a positive response. Otherwise, it is useless. So, if you can personalize it, if you have to communicate, a real estate agent sending a flyer in the newspaper as a newspaper insert may go waste. But if he knows you, so he may say, Mr. Amrinder saying, we have a wonderful proposition for you. You can pay a small amount now, and for 3 years you need not to pay anything. We will arrange the easy loan from the bank, and once you get the possession of the house, then the EMI will start. All the details are given to you, and this is what the real estate agents have started doing actually. So many people, and they say that we will have on Sunday we will have a pickup van coming to your area, so please let us know if you want to visit the site. We will pick you up from your home. And they do everything to convert you from a prospect to a customer. So this is what I call, they are very much clear in terms of how to create a response. And rather than spending money and advertising, they think it's better to send a letter, follow up with a telephone call, give all the details, and make a site visit possible. If 6 people they visit the site, at least 2 buy it, they think the effort is worth the effort. Yes.
So the first thing, the thing which need to know the people is the SMCR model. Instead of that, go for the SR model, stimulus response model.
Yeah.
That will do a wonder for you.
Absolutely right, very right,
Okay.
very right.
So what other caution one need to do before we wind up the lecture you will like to suggest?
The other is you have to look at what tools you require. As I mentioned, that to kill a elephant, you need to really need a bomb. But to kill a fly, you don't need a bomb. So similarly, you have to look at the merits of every possible mass media or integrated marketing communication tool, which one by one we will discuss in the next few lectures.
Okay.
Yes.
So, well friends, with this word we conclude the lecture. I thank all of you for watching the lecture, and on behalf I thank Professor Ravi Shankar for giving such an insightful lecture. He very clearly with example made us clear what the exactly direct marketing is. Thank you very much.
Thank you.